And many Iranian-Americans are reacting to the latest developments, including one Grand Rapids man. He has family in Iran and is sharing what his family is going through right now. 13 on your side's Peter Elliott spoke with him this afternoon. Peter, what was he telling you today?
Yeah, Lauren, he says his family has experienced a range of emotions over the last 48 hours. They have been in contact with relatives back in Iran. He says they are grateful and safe, though he knows that that is not the case for others. When Neema Katibai spoke with 13 on your side back in January,
it's very heart-wrenching.
The Grand Rapids resident, born in Detroit to Iranian parents, didn't want to show his face on camera.
We're hearing about indiscriminate shooting by government forces on the people.
As Iran was in the midst of its largest uprising in decades, with thousands of people killed in anti-government demonstrations. But now,
what happened a couple of days ago gives me the confidence and makes me feel a lot better being here, and that's why.
He feels comfortable speaking openly after strikes led by the U.S. and Israel killed Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Iran's supreme leader since 1989.
I felt it was a very emotional moment. Speaking to my parents, it was very emotional for them too. There were tears, there was joy.
Katibai says a lot of Iranians see the Ayatollah's death as justice for the way his regime has ruled.
Oppression of rights and freedom of expression, freedom of religion, freedom of association, these are rights that aren't granted to people in Iran.
For his family in the country, it's an overwhelming moment.
Obviously, there was a lot of apprehension and uncertainty, but ultimately there was so much optimism.
Hope that a power vacuum could lead to regime change.
I just want the Iranian people to have a voice, and I hope they get that opportunity and take that chance when it comes.
The strikes have sparked a mixed reaction across Michigan. In Detroit, members of the Iranian-American community celebrating downtown. Meanwhile, anti-war protesters across the country speaking out against the military action, the latest ordered by President Trump.
People have been hoping that the Supreme Leader gets held accountable, and while court of law would have been preferable, to see this justice served for the Iranian people and the thousands of people that he's killed was an extremely emotional and gratifying moment for us.
Katibai has not been to Iran since 2015. The country has mandatory conscription for all men once they turn 18. He hopes to eventually return and see family members that, at this point, he hasn't seen in more than a decade. In the newsroom, I'm Peter Elliott, 13 on your side.